So what are we doing, Graham?
What we're going to do now is we're going to jack your car up and we're going to take the tow bar off. I don't think we're going to be towing much during the racing.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Bottom Line BMW, where I'm taking a 95 E36 328 and converting it into a race car in a way that you guys can do at home as well. Obviously we're not going to do all of the work at home, but we're going to do as much as we can, and it's going to be pretty much a DIY kind of build. There it is. So where are we? Well, over the past couple of weeks I've been working away at just stripping out the interior and getting rid of a lot of the sound deadening and a lot of the glue and stuff that's kind of associated with that. A lot of it is just slow, tedious work. So I enlisted a couple of guys to help me, and yeah, we crushed through a lot of that stuff, but it just takes time. There's no point recording it. So what's left to do, there's a lot of little clips and little funny things that need to get taken out. There's a lot of wiring, and I need to basically get through a lot of that kind of work before it goes to roll cage, which is very, very soon. So today I'm going to be installing the race seat. I need to make a bracket for that, and I want to take out all of the glass side windows. This is for weight purposes. So I've spoke about this before. So bang for buck, a cheap way to really get the car quick is to take weight out. One of the key areas where I think there is a lot of weight is in the doors. So I'm basically going to take the mechanicals out, the glass, the electrical motors, see how much weight we can pull out of the car through that. So we'll wait and see where we get to, but so that's the plan for today. Stick with us. Okay, so what we're doing today is we are installing this race seat, which obviously we will use. The difference in weight is significant, and it's going to be a huge weight saving. So the passenger seat has been taken out. So here we're going to just weigh and see what the actual difference is between the race seat versus the stock seat. So just picking it up with your hands, you can actually feel there's a massive difference in weight, but let's see what it says on the scale. That's 10 kilograms less. Unbelievable. So we've already saved 23 kilograms on that side of the car, just taking out the passenger seat, and now 10 kilograms on the driver's side. So through all of these little bits, weight saving is significant. So that's bang for buck, best performance you're going to get. Alright, so the seat mounting bracket is going to pick up on these 4 mounting points that the stock seat actually mounted to. So the reason we're going to use that is because they're already there, they're in the right place, and they're actually very structurally strong. But what we need to do is we need to get some of this wiring out the way. I specifically want to just get rid of this, get this wiring out the way, because it's just going to allow me to have more clear access here. This battery cable we are going to move anyway, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to move that later. This cable is for the rear driver's side window switch, up and down, and obviously the motor and all of that. So that stuff is all coming out anyway. So I'm going to just get this out of the way so that I can carry on and start mocking up the bracket so we can start fabricating.
Empty streets, but I kept searching for your trace in the dark. Losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes. Your kisses burn my skin, I feel so empty inside.
been at it for a while. Took a lot of measuring, thinking and whatever, but the biggest challenge I'm having is that the seat needs to move over to the center of the vehicle quite far so that it can be in line with the steering wheel. I've used 50 by 50 square tube to mount to the chassis. That's going to basically give me my the base and the mounting points on the chassis. From there I'm going to run 2 cross members where the seat will actually bolt to. So you'll see how far left I've had to actually move the rail, the seat rail, so that it can be in the center of the steering wheel, so we don't sit offset pretty much. And then the reason I've had to go for 50 by 50 is so that I can have clearance on this side. I'm gonna have to weld on an ear on the end there. So that's how it looks from the front so far. I'm kind of getting the position. Now I need to just check the alignment front to back and then mark where I'm going to run the cross members, and then I can cut and weld those and get them in.
Empty streets, but I kept searching for your trace in the dark. Losing myself in the endless memories of the end right from the start. You're an obsession in my head, I can't forget your eyes. Your kisses burn my skin, I feel so empty
Okay guys, we're back. It's a new day here. I've finished with the seat, but Graham is back. He's going to help us, and today we are tackling the window winder mechanism, so the motors, the mechanicals, and then getting the windows out as well. So this is going to be replaced with polycarb. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. What is that? 2 kilos. Okay. So it's about 5.
5 kilos.
Significant.
Well, that's 20 kgs.
There we go.
4 doors.
20 kilos. So all we've done here is we've taken out the central locking box and the locking lever, basically lock the doors so that the doors will always be open. So we've taken off this limit switch for the windows. So that's coming off, these plugs are coming off. Graham's having a good time there. And obviously all this crap. So this is pretty much what's come out so far. Alright, so Graham and I have hit it. We've taken out all the glass and we've taken out all the motors and the mechanicals. We've saved a total of about 19.8 kilograms. I see that there's still a bunch of broken glass bottom of this door, which will vacuum out, so maybe there's another couple of 100 grams there. So about 20 kilos just in the windows and the mechanicals and the motors, so that's a great saving. Now what we're going to do is
we're going to do those, we're going to jack your car up and we're going to take the tow bar off. I don't think we're going to be towing much during racing.
So I'm going to take that off. I'm guessing 10-15 kilos in the tow bar. Who knows, it's a bit of a lottery. We just, we're just winning everywhere. So let's get to that. .4, 17.8, 18 kilos, 18.4 kilos. Alright guys, so that was significant savings in terms of weight, and we really got quite a lot done there. It's these little things, they do take time, but there's massive gains to be had. So after I did all of that, I took the car for a little test drive just to see what it was going to be like. This is how it went. Taking this puppy for a quick burn. And we can't because the accelerator cable came off. Cable again, it's the pedal. Could see in the video, like, I didn't drive it too hard, and the reason for that is when I was driving and I started to do the burnout, I felt some water hit my leg because we had taken the heater motor out, and in the firewall there's actually a hole for the heater motor, so you can hear all the noises come through, but also whatever like that water was came through. So I was just a bit concerned that something was loose, especially because of those solenoids on the heater motor. So I didn't push it too hard, I just drove it and tested it. The interesting thing is that I never got a shot of this, but because we've taken so much weight out of the vehicle, it's sitting really high, so just the springs are pushing the car up. You can actually see the rear camber, it's in positive camber at the moment, and it's just incredible what we've achieved. So this is going to be the last episode of this BMW build for the year. The car was supposed to go for roll cage this week, but the guy doing the roll cage, he couldn't take on any more work, unfortunately, so we're just going to have to wait till next year, which is also okay. It's not a massive train smash. That's pretty much going to be a wrap for this year. Thank you guys if you've been following this build and where we are. Thank you for supporting us. Next year we've got to tackle the hard stuff. So first things first, it must go for the roll cage first. That's the very next thing that needs to happen to this car. When it comes back, we can really get busy on the suspension. So that's pretty much when it gets put up on jack stands. We take out the whole rear subframe, take out the front control arms, everything. It all needs to come out and all needs to be refreshed. Poly bushes everywhere. We need to reinforce the subframe. We're going to paint and powder coat and all that good stuff, replace bearings, brakes, the whole nine. So the next steps are really big mechanical key items. Once that's done, we could probably do some testing on the standard engine and gearbox and clutch and all of that and see how long that lasts. But from there we'll need to dive into the engine, and because the clutch is really pretty much finished, so we could probably do one track day and just kind of see what it's like, bed the brakes in and that. We'll also need to do dampers, that's the other thing, dampers, springs, all of that before we actually go drive it. So some good stuff coming next, and thank you so much again. There will be one more episode for this year, and then you guys have a Merry Christmas and stay safe. I actually had a COVID test done, so I'm all good. Came back negative, so the results were positive with a negative result. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching and supporting us, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.